Was all about respiration. Now we will move toward breathing. Breathing is the exchange of O2 from the atmosphere with CO2 produced by the cell. Exchange. Uh, okay, we will go here. We have alveoli, we have tissues here. What's that? We have O2 in alveoli, we have CO2 in tissues. You will learn it further, okay, and how these things work, okay. So what happens here? Oxygen goes to tissues and contains CO2 back toward alveoli, and toward alveoli it goes to outside through our body, and these the oxygen which we provided to tissues is used for catabolism of glucose and other nutrients, okay. So this is all about breathing. What is basically breathing? Breathing is the exchange of O2 to CO2, alveoli to tissues. Got it? I hope you got it. Now, so general body surface. Lower invertebrates, sponges, coelenterata, and flatworms. Means from coelentrates to platyhelminthes. From sponges and porifera. Porifera. I am also revising though. I am also NEET aspirant. From porifera to platyhelminthes. They all have what? General body surface. They respire through general body surface. General body surface. So, in which organism have a moist cuticle? Moist cuticle. Earthworm. Earthworm in what? So earthworm, leech, and amphibians, what they have? They have skin or moist cuticle. We also called it as cutaneous respiration. Tracheal tubes. So most of the insects have all the insects have tracheal tubes. I don't know all the or most of the, but insects is the example. Means insects have your what? Tracheal tube. Centipede. I don't know what centipede is. What millipede is. Spider we all know. So insects, centipede, millipede, spider. Okay. We will revise it further. We will try to learn it. Okay. Gills. Branchial respiration. Which organism contains branchial respiration? Why branchial? Because gills is also known as branchia. Gills is also known as branchia. So fishes, of course, tadpoles, and prawn. Lungs. Lungs, also known as pulmonary, and respire through lungs is called pulmonary respiration. Most vertebrates में pulmonary respiration होता है. That's it. Now we will revise it. Okay. So this was all. Let me explain the first line. Respiration. Respiration is the oxidation of nutrients, most of the glucose in the living cells to release energy for biological work. How it happens? Okay. Oxygen we have in our blood, glucose we also have in our blood. Then what moves in cell where glycolysis happen? Where glycolysis happen? In cytoplasm. Then in glycolysis 2 ATP, 2 NADH, 2 pyruvate molecules form. Then it moves toward Krebs cycle, which is happens in the mitochondria, and then etc also happens in mitochondria, inner membrane of mitochondria, I don't remember. And at the end of this whole process, 30 to 32 ATPs forms in this whole process from a single glucose molecule. And here is the reaction: C6H12O6 required 6 O2 molecule. That's a good point to remember. 6 O2 molecule requires to utilization of 1 glucose molecule. 6 CO2 molecules form and 6 water molecules form. Sorry. Here is single CO2 molecule will form. No. That was correct. I was wrong. 6 CO2 molecules required. Okay. 6 CO2 molecules will form. Of course, I think that's correct. Yes, this whole reaction is correct now. So let me explain you some other concept, like let me learn something about glycolysis. Do this glycolysis. Basically, this is anaerobic respiration. It doesn't require any oxygen to happen. Okay. In a glycolysis, a glucose molecule, 6H12O6, converts into, with the help of O2, converts into, basically oxidation is happening here, okay, of glucose. Okay, so 2 ATPs form, 2 NADH form, plus 2 pyruvate molecules form. Okay, one NADH molecules contain 2.5 to 3 ATP. Okay, that was for knowledge only. So this process, after glycolysis, this process further goes to Krebs cycle and then etc. They both require oxygen, but if when we do exercise and other things where oxygen is not reachable to in sufficient amount to the muscles, okay, or our body, then these both reactions are not happen. Then what happens then? Okay, let me raise it. What happens then? Okay, then pyruvate molecules converts into lactic acid. Basically, it is a best mechanism to save our muscles. Okay, because our muscles can't survive in anaerobic conditions. So that's why this is kind of defense mechanism. That's why lactic acid form and it accumulates in our muscles. Then after some time, when the O2 amount gradually increases our muscles, then these lactic acids goes to liver by blood, and livers convert it into glucose and stores it and use it further. Okay, so basically having a lactic acid in our muscles while exercising and all, it's a defense mechanism to save our muscles, because our muscles can't survive without oxygen. So that was all. And still remember, in anaerobic conditions, 2 ATPs still forms. Okay, and normally 30 to 32 ATPs forms per glucose molecules, and 6 O2 molecules requires for the oxidation of one single molecule. Okay, now we will revise the respiratory organs in other organisms. Now we will learn. Okay. First, what we learnt, that first one was general body surface. So body surface, porifera, platyhelminthes. Porifera to platyhelminthes. What which are organisms comes under this porifera, coelentrates, Nereida, and platyhelminthes. So sponges, then your coelentrates, then flatworms, flatworms, and tapeworms. I think tapeworms. Okay, you can check it further if I am wrong. Tapeworms, I think, are part of platyhelminthes. They comes under platyhelminthes. I don't remember, so don't believe me. And that's it. Then second is skin, cutaneous skin. We also called as is cutaneous respiration. So skin. So earthworm, and earthworm, and okay, let's see a little bit. Yes, earthworm. Here is earthworm. Leech through skin, cutaneous skin, and your amphibians. Okay. Okay. Let's remember. Try to remember it again. Okay. Through skin, earthworm, leech, and then amphibians. Now, tracheal system. In tracheal system, as we all know, insects, then centipede and millipede. Centipede, millipede, and spider through tracheal system. Centipede in tracheal system, centipede, millipede, and spider. That was all. Okay, I remember it. I can remember it. Got it. I can remember it. So we will try to revise it again. First one, through the general body surface, coelentrates, sponges, and flatworm, cholesterol comes under platyhelminthes. That's it. And then cutaneous skin, cutaneous respiration in earthworm, leech, and then your amphibians. Then third one is your tracheal system. Tracheal system contains insects. Insects contain a tracheal system, and then centipede. I forgot the spelling. Centipede. Yeah, I know. Millipede. And the last and final is spider here. Now we will go for gills. Gills and fishes, and then your tadpole, and what the last? Prawn. Okay, we will do it further. Gills, also known as branchia. So respiration through gills also called as branchial respiration. Fishes, tadpole, and your prawn. That's it. Now we will go for pulmonary respiration. Pulmonary, also known as lungs, respiring through lungs is called pulmonary respiration. Mostly vertebrates. So that was the totally revision of the first phase of breathing and exchange. I hope we learn, we remember all of the things. So first phase was successful of our NCRT. Now we will go for human respiratory system, but in next video. For this we got breathing and exchange, the first phase of NCRT we got it. We will do this in our next video.